Hello and welcome. It's oyster harvest time.
So I'm going to take this thing off just to talk to you, but really, if you're in an enclosed grow room, especially with oysters, you want to wear a vapor mask because there is a bunch of spores coming out of here. There's like a slight haze. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna talk fast, all right? Anyway, it is oyster harvesting time. When it comes time to harvest, it feels good. All right. The reason why you probably have noticed it's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of a challenge to grow these beautiful things. So when you get to the state where you are literally basking in the fruits of your labor, it feels good. So feel good. Stay there for a while. Give thanks. Every time I come to the harvest stage, I still am in awe, and I wind up taking a lot of photos and just kind of staring at these things because they're so beautiful. And so whether you've grown them from a test tube or whether you've bought a kit, all right, feel good. Give yourself a pat on the back. Do a little dance. Feel good. Give thanks because you've done a good thing, all right? And so to be a part of this process is so cool, and it's got to feel good. Each mushroom is a little different in how we harvest it. These are blue oysters, all right? Oysters generally are the same way to harvest, where shiitakes are another way, and we'll talk about that in another video. But more so than the how to harvest, you're probably tuning in for the when to harvest, all right? Again, each mushroom is a little different in how they grow, but for the most part, the guild mushrooms are kind of about the same. Whether it's a shiitake or an oyster, they're kind of incurled as they grow, and as they curl, they kind of unfurl, right? Eventually getting to this stage, which is your perfect harvest stage, or if you wait too long, they'll keep going, they'll flatten out, and they actually eventually get upturned. So when they're upturned, they're releasing a lot more spores, they're getting a lot more delicate. So if you're at home, not a big deal. Sometimes it's nice to have a flat mushroom to fry up. But if you're selling these, the shelf life dramatically decreases as the mushrooms get more mature. All right, so what we've got here is the ideal phase for mushroom harvest. You can see the top is just still slightly curved down. All right, so the shelf life is still good, but we're pretty much at the maximum size stage, so we can get the most flesh body benefit, which calculates into more food, and if you're doing this for a living, a little more money. So that is important. If they're like a big, beautiful bouquet, like a lot of oyster mushrooms grow, some of your mushrooms might be a little more incurled where other ones are more unfurled. So kind of try to just hit the average and pop when it's about time. The more you do this, the more experience you're gonna have, and you're gonna be able to pay attention better and know the exact time on when to harvest. Because each mushroom's a little bit different. Mushrooms grow crazy fast, especially oysters. It's mind-blowing how fast they grow. That's why they're so awesome to have a kit for kids, because you can pretty much watch them grow, right? So in 5 days, they've gone from babies to harvest. 5 days. Cool, so let's get to the actual harvesting. Like I was saying, oysters are a little different to harvest than shiitakes. Shiitakes, you want to cut them at the base, where oysters, you just pop them off. It's actually pretty darn easy to harvest oyster mushrooms. Make sure you got your container ready. I usually line my container with a towel underneath so that when it's in the fridge, it can absorb some moisture, and I'll put a towel over on top. So how you do this, right, is you just get under the base here, and then, get a firm hold under the base, and you just pop it right off, right? Do your best to get all of it out, right? So you're not leaving any parts of the mushroom to get weird or contaminate later. If you haven't got it all, be careful, but go back and pop it off, right? So you can see all of this beautiful cluster emanated from just that little size. If you watch our oyster initiation video, you can see it, they just come out of a very small point. But look at these beautiful things. God, they're just gorgeous. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. You're beautiful. You're so beautiful. So yeah, so we're harvesting, admiring, and basically you just boop, place it right on in there, and then harvest your next one. Just pop it right off of there. Bang. And then off to the next one. Beautiful. They're so gorgeous. They really are. Cool. So you can see that's how I get the clusters in there, put the other ones gills up, then the top ones gill down so the substrate doesn't drop in there. Put the lighter ones on top, and then you can get maximum harvest. All right, so that's that. I mean, they're just so pretty. They really are. Look at them. They're so beautiful. They're like little flower bouquets. Little beautiful flower bouquets. I love them. I'm so proud of you. You're so pretty. Look at what you've become. You were just like mycelial spawn not that long ago, and just cut some holes in some bag, and here you are. You're just, God, you've surprised me, you amazed me. Well, it seems like only 5 days ago that I first saw you as a little baby. Now look at you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I grew up so fast. We're going to find a good home for you. We are. We're going to find a good home. Yep, we are. And it's going to be okay. You're going to go there. You're probably going to sit in the fridge for hopefully not that long. And then well, they're going to eat you. We're going to sell you away and they're going to eat you. Yeah, that's the harsh reality. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Let's harvest some more. I'm going to go through everything, harvest everything that's ready, leave the things that aren't. And then I'm going to put them in the fridge with towels over a nice clean fridge. Boom. And guess what? If you live near me, you're happy because it's Friday afternoon. Tomorrow morning, it's Saturday market, and all these are going to get sold. They'll be in the fridge for less than 20 hours, which is amazing. All right, fresh mushrooms, that's where it's at.